Hello and welcome to Thirsty Thursday Toys. Today we're going to be making a Manhattan. See, it's not always blue, green, sugary nonsense. Normally, I make my drinks by measuring with a shot glass. However, most recipes for Manhattans call for specific ounces that don't always correspond with the size of the shot glasses. Most shot glasses are 1¼ to 1½ ounces. This one here is actually 2 ounces. So always keep that in mind when you're measuring your drinks. So I have this one right here filled with water just to show you. If I fill this up, it goes right to 2 ounces. Additionally, on my glass right here, this line just so happens to be at the 1 ounce mark. So I will be using this glass because, I mean, come on, it fits perfectly. Get this out of the way. For this drink, you will need your measuring tool, glass, whatever you may be using to measure your liquids. You will need a container in which to stir the liquids. I realize this is the bottom half of a shaker. Apparently you're not supposed to shake Manhattans. You're supposed to stir them. So that's what we're going to be doing today. You will need some ice in the container. You'll need some bourbon. You'll need some sweet vermouth. You'll need some bitters. I'm going to use orange bitters for mine for just a little extra sweetness in the flavor. You'll need a glass in which to put your final concoction. I'm going to use this glass today simply because, guess who's not on here? Some people use a chilled glass. I'm going to use some whiskey stones, so if you have those, you can get those in there as well. For some extra fun, we're going to add a twist of lime, like so. Let's get our ice in here. We'll need 2 ounces of bourbon. There. Get that in here. We'll need 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Right there. That in. Then you'll need just a couple of dashes of bitters. Stir it all up. Got some frozen whiskey stones that I'm going to add to my glass. There we go. Pop the lid on again. I'm not going to shake this. I'm simply going to use this to strain over the stones. Let's add our twist of lime. Perfect. Cheers. Now the Manhattan is a drink that is meant to be sipped. So if you see me drinking this quickly, that's because I've taken a lot of footage and edited it down into like 5-10 minutes. So here we go. We're looking at this figure today because on this date in history, May 20th, 1998, love it or hate it, Tristar's Godzilla hit theaters. This figure is made by X-Plus, came in this pretty large box. Front of the box says, Godzilla conquers the world. Shows a picture of the figure edited into a movie scene. Does have the official Godzilla sticker down at the bottom. Down here it has another sticker. I don't know if this was just a sticker to add that information, period, or if there was other information and they put the sticker over to correct it. This box definitely does have some wear and tear, especially along the sides here, because, you know, it's been in and out of storage for the past 20 years or so. The top, we've got a better look at the figure's head. Bottom has the exact same. On one side, we have some information. This is exciting garage toy. Some more information about X-Plus, and again, that informational sticker. On the other side, this has fascinated me. Here we have the Series 1, that Godzilla maquette, which I've owned, and then since sold, and since regretted it so much. This one is Series 2, Series 3 is the half-human, Series 4 is Anguirus, which I've never seen. I don't think this was ever released, which, if you do have any information on this one, please let me know. I'm super curious, because I know that Series 5 came out. This is that glow-in-the-dark one, and then you have Matango. Nothing on the bottom. Nothing fancy in here. Inside the box, there should be this instructional brochure. I love this. It came from USA, so if anyone wants to read that, there you go. You can give that a little pause. Some instructions on the other side on how to assemble it. The figure does come in a few different pieces that you need to pop together using either warm water or it talks about a hair dryer to heat the pieces up to pop them all in. You should also have a wooden base, just plain. It does have a hole here. There was a little wooden dowel that attaches to the base and then up into the figure to help keep it stable. Ask me where mine is. There should also be a little base plate that's numbered that says Godzilla. I don't have that either. I did buy this used. I didn't buy it for the dowel or the plate or even the base. I bought it for the main figure, which looks like this. Here we go. This figure came in 2 colors. One is the green version, which I have here. It also came in a brown, kind of a lighter brown, that I'm tempted to track down, but I do like the green one better. It's cast in this kind of pale olive green. It's a harder hollow vinyl. I'm fascinated by the paint job. It's not your typical wash. It has this very dry, very matte, really light pale green. And it seems more like they painted the whole thing that way and then just wiped away the excess paint so the paint would just stay within the cracks of the details. Really neat. I like it. And that paint job is throughout the entire figure. You get some really nice detail in there. It also has a silver spray along the spine, starting at the base of the neck here, going all the way down the tail, down to about here, and this part does not have any painted spines. Then you also have this vivid metallic blue spray on the major spines here that stops before you get to this piece. One thing I appreciate about the paint job here is that the silver and blue spray kind of continues on the leg. One thing that frustrates me is when each piece is clearly painted separately and then assembled, but it looks like this was painted with, at least with that in mind, if not fully attached. Features black paint on the toes and claws. Then you have orange eyes with red irises, pale yellow teeth. Inside of the mouth, hard to see here, but it's painted this kind of very light, very pale, like peach color. This guy features 6 points of articulation. The arms can move kind of all the way around, but he gets blocked right here by the spine and blocked down here by the leg. But that's still a pretty decent range. Other side can go up pretty high, but again, blocked by the spine, and down here, blocked by his abdomen. Leg can go pretty far back and pretty far forward. Same with the other leg. Pretty far forward, pretty far back. The final 2 points of articulation are on the tail. You have this base right here, which can go all the way around. Then you have this final segment, which can turn all the way around, full 360. That has been really helpful for fitting it into my IKEA shelving, because as you see, this guy can take up a lot of space. So you can set it on the shelf, turn this tail around, and kind of helps condense it a bit more. Now, if you had the dowel, or if you go to your local Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever and buy a dowel, it'll plug in right here, and that can then plug into the base to help keep some of the poses. So as shown on the front of the box, it can stand like so. Not very stable. As you can see, the feet are pretty small, so it doesn't have a lot holding it up. So you can try to balance it on something to help it stand, or you could lean it pretty far forward, set the hands out, so you can be yelling down at, I don't know, taxi or something. This is from Safari's New York City tube. A little bit too big, but I'm sure you can find a Micro Machines or something out there that'll fit perfectly inside the mouth. Now if you do want to stand him upright, you can just rotate these legs back, and that way you can balance on the tail, and you can roar up at the Chrysler building or whatever. Here it stands at just about a foot tall. I'm not sure what it would scale with, so I have to twist the tail back around here to get it to fit. I may get some flack for this, but I love how the Japanese companies, X-Plus, Bandai, how they all blew this design out of the water compared to the US companies, both in terms of screen accuracy and consistency. The Trendmasters figures, they really couldn't nail the design down. So you've got like this compared with this, and then you get something like this, but if you can find it, definitely don't hesitate to jump on it. Let me know below what you want to see next, drink-wise or figure-wise. Good luck on your hunt, and please drink responsibly.